Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I just came to y'all. Well, excuse me. Let me speak first. How y'all doing? Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. Share the video. Like, share, and share. This is reality with Diva D. Now, I want to talk a little bit about slop on the knob, like corn on the cob, coming to Love and Marriage, Huntsville. So, this is a little backstory on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. When that show first came on, and like I said, Melody hit us with this is not the so-and-so. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huntsville. So she was letting us know that Huntsville was on the rise. You know, the Space Center, I'm really trying to get there. Hold up. I'm trying to get there to take my children. It don't really have anything to do with the show because the show, for me, is waning. And all shows, for me, have their ebbs and their flows, right? But, and this don't have anything to do with Mel. Let me just start by saying, first of all, I don't dislike Mel at all. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, my favorite character on the show, as she got to being on the show more, was Kiki. Right? Mel, she was like a distant second for me. So, but I also support Mel's business. I do buy her products. I like Mel's products. I like that foam and face wash. I haven't gotten it in a while. Cause all you need is a little squirt and it does lather your whole face. I just love that part about it. So I'm not gonna bash your products in any way. I didn't like that orange scrub that was sent to me. It that smell I just couldn't get with on that one. But I'll continue to buy that foam and face wash and that lavender body scrub. So those two things I tried already. But, and I do plan on trying her new thing with Drew. That's because I like Drew. So them two coming together is very self-explanatory to me. Ralph plus Martell equals hell, right? So those two things creating hell created two women who bonded over the hell that they were going through with these two peanut head ass men. Said all that to say, Aaron, right? Like I said, now the reason why I call her a slob on a knob like corn on the cob is because he used to say that Mel didn't give him fellatio. When we all know that she did. I mean, that's how the whole quote unquote grooming thing allegedly came up with Destiny. So that made me dislike Destiny because that put a like bad taste in my mouth when she said that. But allegedly, you know, that's where it came from, that Mel was performing fellatio on Martell in front of the group. Now, what I find very, very strange is, and this has always been my problem with women in general, how do we take the side of a man who has put his affair on TV? I don't even know how you can form in your mind that it's okay for these things to happen on TV and you not support the woman. Whether you like that woman or not. I don't see where the whole hate thing for Mel came about by her, you know, talking out against him. So the excuse they use for that is that Mel still wants Martell, or that she just wanted to expose him on TV. Everybody knew about the affair from the get-go. And she tried to present it like it was a surprise on the show. Whether she tried to present it like it was a surprise on the show or not, it's definitely true. Because what we do have is little Miles Morales to prove it, right? So we know that the affair happened, whether it was before the show, during the show, or after the show, which we all know that it has continued. So all those things are true. Before, after, and during. Martell has no allegiance to Mel. Okay? And Mel has no allegiance to Martell. What I don't understand about Martell is that everything he does, he wants to present it as a slap in the face to Melody. And that's what I don't get. I'm like, dude, even if she does care, she don't care. That lady is a Scorpio, right? She may see that. I use my ex-boyfriend, for example. Perfect example. Now, my ex-boyfriend was a cheating asshole when I had in college. Wasted my whole college years with this Negro. Yeah, I did. Because I started dating him my second semester of my freaking freshman year. When I had all my freshman year to live. But from my freshman year to my senior year, I am faithful Sally, okay? So I didn't really date a whole lot of, I didn't get to date a whole lot except for my first semester of my freshman year. That's a whole nother story altogether. Okay, when he lived in Chicago and I'm from Mississippi, so you know that was a sad combination of things from the get-go. I find out that he is dating his current wife by him posting on Facebook. So I found out that he was actually cheating on me with her when he would go back home. Found that out through his own mouth. He kept on his radar, quote unquote. So said all that to say, do I feel some kind of way when I felt some kind of way when I read the message? Because I was like, damn, you could have just left me alone instead of stringing me along. I mean, you up there in Chicago with her. So, and then she graduated. I want to say she graduated the year before us. And she graduated the year before us. You could have just went on and did your thing. So, yeah, I was bothered by that situation. I'm human. And even though that was the past, 1998, if you will, close to damn 30 years ago, but when he posted it, it was like almost probably like 20. I was, and I think, and again, I'm human, but I'm also a Scorpio. I wasn't feeling some kind of way with like, yeah, I want this nigga back, because, she probably got a better version of him than I had of him. And hell, I probably had something to do with turning him into a better version of himself. I pat myself on the back for that. But I said I did say, to think that Mel is not human and should not be bothered by slob on the knob like corn on the cob, trap mouth, braces for 22.5 years, Arian Curry, coming on that show, you done lost your damn mind. Now, she might act like she's not bothered. But deep down inside, I know she has to be. Because, let me throw my little psychology head in there. That is human nature. Right? Past. But see, this past, not only did I waste my college years with this fool, she wasted her entire her college years plus years of her life and made babies with him. Even when she divorced him, it was like a thing for me watching them on that show, because they made a good couple on, from a stance, if you will. But to see them, and please excuse my fan, because I have to sit in front of a fan directly because your girl going through the pause. Okay, I need to do a video on the pause and my problem with it. But anyway, and there goes the brain fart. But you know, to be in a situation where you have to look at this man on a show that you pitched, paid $100,000 to have it pitched, and yes, Carlos turned it into something else. I'm pretty sure the same thing applies to Letitia Pearson. Yes, she pitched Bell Collective to him, and yes, she pitched that lady who keeps, showing her that she's not her friend. But the pitch, the original pitch, may have not been her original idea, but the pitch still belonged to her. And the same thing applies to Letitia. You have to respect it. Now, everybody is comparing Mel to Mariah from Married to Medicine. And I think that's a fair comparison. I think it's a fair comparison because people don't realize that even Mariah had a different idea from what she wanted Married to Medicine to be. And she also had a different name, just like Melody. So the same premise applies. Should Melody get the EP check? I think she should. But you know what? She probably gave up the damn EP check to get peace from Carlos and damn that peanut head ass Martell. And I don't blame her. Goofy ass. So, and Bob the Builder without a builder's license. He still don't have his builder's license to do. Oh, no. I heard somewhere where he does have it. So allegedly, he does have his builder's license. But damn, look how long it took him to get it. So there's that. But to see him on the show with that broke down ass Mary Poppins, Hi Honey, I'm Home, broke down ass Jackie O, Michelle Obama broke down low budget looking ass on her show, human nature has to kick in. And then when you see your fucking former friends, whether they are into it with her or not, can not teach it all about it. That lady run her mouth. And Destiny jumping up at the table at her because she talking about her son getting into a school that Miles Morales didn't get into. And now they pin kids up against each other. And now they're saying that Destiny allegedly had something going on with Martell. Now, do I believe that men and women can be friends? Absolutely. And some of my best friends are males outside of my best friend who passed away, Cookie. But, yeah. And then you not touch each other. So I tried to come from that standpoint of what it was like me being besties with a dude. But the thing about Martell is he just don't seem like the type that wouldn't try to push up on you. And then for some reason with his handsome self and his pretty smile, he could get the panties to fall. But then with all that comes narcissism and an a-hole. Right? But yeah. Of course, I'm on Mel's side. I'll always be on Mel's side when it comes to slob on the mouth, like corn on the cob, slobby mouth, trap mouth ass, 22 years worth of braces in her head, Aaron Kirk. Looking like a broke down ass Jackie O / Michelle Obama / Hi Honey, I'm Home. If you know who Hi Honey, I'm Home is, I'm aging myself. Go back. If you don't know who she is, I'm sorry, go back and watch this show. It was this show about sort of like a Stepford wife. Called Hi Honey, I'm Home. Hi Honey, I'm Home. and she would be the perfect dutiful wife when he came home. It was like they was trying to make fun of the wives of the 60s, but this show was in the 80s. But you remember, women had gone through that female revolution where we were so-called progressive, and so that was a show to remind us that women like her still existed, but still making fun of them in a way to show that, now women had come a long way. That's exactly who she looks like. Just pull up the picture. You'll see that hair flip, and only her hair was red, and the little Susie Homemaker dress. What the hell? What in the entire hell was she thinking putting that dress on? But I guess she wanted to look more conservative. But I don't give two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass how you look or how you present yourself in these damn videos or in these damn confessions. You are still slob on the knob, like corn on the cob, trout mouth, bracelets 22.5 years, Arian Curry. And that's how I will always see you, with these two big eyes on you. It is nothing you can do, like Drea said, to erase your wholeness from me, in my opinion. So I will be watching the show, looking at Nell, looking at all the rest of them, even though the rest of them are into it with her at this point. Miss Kimmy, well, I can't remember which one of them called her a hoe, and she said, "Don't call her that." Yeah, that was Kimmy. And they said, "Well, she is a hoe." And she said, "No, she's not." You remember that, Kimmy? You remember that, Kimmy? But at the same time, she had a Michelin lady on a video saying that your husband had it in his, what she had your husband's penis in her mouth and Marceau's in her butt, and that was her first time having a dual situation with two brothers. You remember that? So now you see how she is, and now you probably don't want to film her, and now Letitia probably doesn't want to film her. But what she does do for you all is keep the heat off y'all and y'all marriage still. So there you go. You got what you asked for. And so did you, Nell. Nell. Taking it to hell. You are the biggest disappointment, because it seems like y'all about to be bosom buddies. And if she's a friend of the show, she's going to be a friend of the show to Martell and what appears to be Chris and Nell. Ain't that something? Ain't that weird how that came full circle, how she was supposed to be Mel's friend, and they were supposed to be like a couple, like a foursome, but I don't mean like a foursome like that, because people gonna go to sex. I'm talking about a friendship force. It's gonna be weird seeing Slob on the Knob in the place of Melody during that. I want to see it. But I want to mention one more thing, because I'm done with the Slob on the Knob like corn on the cob. We're going to see what that turns out to be. I want to mention Maurice Jr., a.k.a. Monster. A.k.a. the reason why they call him Monster is because he's a monster on the field that has nothing to do with the child's behavior, okay? Football field. It appears that this young man has been kicked out of school. Now, when I first started watching the show and I realized that Maurice wanted to have his son raised by a man and not a woman, I knew then that he was about to be hell on wheels for this boy. The whole time I've seen Monster on this show, it seemed like he was unhappy, and I felt like he was unhappy because he wanted to be with his mama. Kawasachi, something. Kaiwa, is that it? Did I get it right that time? Kaiwa, I think it is. I mean, he wanted to be with his mama. But I think for show purposes, and I don't mean Love Marriage Huntsville show, I mean for show purposes, to show that he was the man and he could raise him better than she could, he decided to beg her for custody and then dump him off on campus. Well, he still ended up being raised by a woman. Only thing was different is that he was in your household. Because you can't raise a man, obviously. Okay? Well, he gets kicked out of school, what it's showing. And what I'm going to analyze on that, and I'm going to analyze that behavior just a little bit, is that he got kicked out of school because he don't like you. Maurice, marshmallow cheese puff looking fella, you. He don't like you. And that was a dig at you, getting kicked out of school. Because he was saying, if I get kicked out of school, maybe this high yellow piece of shit will leave me the fuck alone. Because I'm not the man, I'm not the football player that he wanted me to be. I'm not academia like MJ and the rest of them. I'm me. And I don't want to be the you or the me that you want me to be. And there, I'm going to close. Drop down in the comments if you agree with anything I said in this video. If you disagree with anything I said in this video, drop down in the comments. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload this video. Share the video because sharing is caring. And drop down in the comments and let me know, do you think that Maurice is, that Maurice Jr. he dropped out of school to spite his father? And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up